Aaron, things are really starting to slow down. That pace is just kind of cooling out, mellowing out. Some of those protesters have really just separated. There's not a lot going on here right in front of the clinic, but, you know, businesses are resuming per usual. Roosters is now open. We're actually standing here with Roosters owner Nathan Glenn, who has kind of seen the protesting happen for the past few years. I mean, you're right in front of the clinic.
Yeah, it's right across from us. I guess we're in 2003 when we opened up, so we're creeping on 20 years, and we've seen 20 years of battle. Yeah, no doubt about it. So it's been a negative impact through the years. You know, you've had different groups come through more aggressive than others, and so yeah, it's been a struggle from day one.
And you have been through the thick of it, and you have seen it all. I mean, you even mentioned to me how you saw a protester be arrested. And can you just talk about some of the accommodations you have had to make here at your restaurant? Because, I mean, people that sit right here face the protesters in the abortion clinic.
Yeah, and sometimes even some of the protesters would actually just protest our business and our whole block of businesses. You know, they weren't even actually here protesting the clinic. They were over here with their signs on our sidewalks, in my customers' faces, saying, "Hey, you know, they're cooking babies over here," and stuff like that. But luckily, about 3-4 months ago, they finally did make an arrest, and they actually went to jail and pressed some charges. And since that time, we've actually had a reduction of the crazies. And I don't know if it just kind of gave the local police the confidence, knowing that the system would work and they would put them in jail and there'd be consequences for their actions. So there's been a shift, and like I said, in the early days, it was tough. We'd have to seal stuff over the windows so you couldn't see the signs, and just constant attacks from the protesters. But yeah.
What was that like as a business owner to, you know, have some of your customers be harassed that way?
It was as frustrating as you could imagine, sitting here trying to make a living. Also in an area of Fondren where everybody's accepted. You know, the reason people are here is because it's relaxed, it's cool. You know, you're held up to the standards of how you treat people. And so at that point, you know, we just felt like we couldn't be protected for years. You know, the police had their hands tied up, and so they'd come out here, be on our sidewalks, screaming and hollering. You know, when you get to the physical point where we've had situations where almost got extremely physical with, you know, just two different sides, and one side being the Fondren community is trying to protect itself.
And you know, we didn't see a lot of people on this side protesting on this side of State Street today, but are you expecting that to happen over the weekend? You did mention that Saturdays protesting seems to ramp up a little bit more.
Yeah, Saturday seems to be the day. I guess everybody's out of school, out of work, whatever, and so they all kind of show up and have time to get organized. So we expect a pretty big haul tomorrow. We really do. And then we'll just do what we normally do. Hopefully some of them will be hungry, you know, so we have some good ones. And if we have to put up the signs and close the windows, we will. I really hate to do that. We've got such a beautiful shot right here on State Street. We opened up our deck. So yeah, so hopefully we'll get through, and just if you do come out, people, just be respectful to the business community and the families that are in the area.
All right, Nathan, thank you so much. We'll check back in with you. Something we do want to mention is we did see a Jackson police officer pull up right here on the corner of Fondren Place and State Street. We asked him what he was doing as he was taking photos of this side of State Street, and he said that he was taking photos because Jackson police is actually planning to put a robot right here at the corner so that they could just see what's going on at all times. I wonder if they'll have that, when they'll have that. We'll have to find that out and get in contact with Jackson police, but that could be in part with, you know, some of the protesting that we might see through the weekend. For now, we're reporting live in Fondren. Michaela Franklin, 16 WAPT News.
Very interesting development. All right, thank you so much, Michaela. And here are some clips from CNN on recently appointed Supreme Court justices in their confirmation hearings on statements that they gave about Roe versus Wade.
Is Roe a super precedent?
How would you define super precedent? And I'm answering a lot of questions about Roe, which I think indicates that Roe doesn't fall in that category. And scholars across the spectrum say that doesn't mean that Roe should be overruled. But descriptively, it does mean that it's not a case that everyone has accepted and doesn't call for its overruling.
As a judge, it is an important precedent of the Supreme Court. By it, I mean Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey. Been reaffirmed many times. Casey is precedent on precedent, which itself is an important factor.
Senator, as the book explains, the Supreme Court of the United States has held in Roe versus Wade that a fetus is not a person for purposes of the 14th Amendment. And the book explains that.
Do you accept that?
That's the law of the land. I accept the law of the land, Senator, yes.
And right now, we want to go back to 16 WAPT's Ross Adams. Ross has been outside Jackson Women's Health Organization all morning with the crowds out there. Ross, what else are you seeing? Has the crowd gotten any bigger?
The scene has gotten a lot quieter in the last half hour or so. Many of the pro-life supporters and opponents who've been protesting out here have already left. And as you see, there are some folks out here right now. We're going to speak with a clinic escort, Rose Casray. Rose, you say you've been doing this since 2015, and I just want to get your reaction to the Supreme Court's decision today.
Yeah, really sad, devastated, and just this feeling of helplessness. Not sure what to do because we tried to fight so hard.
And were you surprised when you heard the decision?
I wasn't surprised. I was hoping it wouldn't be this, but I wasn't surprised, especially with the leak and kind of the way things are going. I wasn't surprised at all.
What has been the mood? Because I know that as time went on this morning after the ruling was announced, there seemed to be a lot of tension between the escorts and the pro-life opponents, the activists, who were, I guess in some cases, really trying to be gleeful, I guess, and you guys have a different emotion.
Right. So we're mostly kind of sad and somber, and we're just kind of deal with it like every day because they're usually out there trying to taunt us anyway. So today feels a little bit, it hurts a little bit more, but it's the same as it always is. So we just try and keep a straight face, keep going.
And I know you don't work directly with the clinic, but what are you guys hearing from the patients?
I haven't heard anything from the patients, but I just feel sad for the future patients that are already scheduled. Like, what are they going to do? It's really sad.
And obviously, the clinic is still open right now, and there are still patients coming in today. They're coming in, I guess, either for consultations or for the services themselves, right?
Right. They're still coming in today. I don't know for how long, but they're still coming in.
And what's next for you?
For me, I'm going to continue to fight for women's rights. I've always fought for women's rights, for human rights, for men's rights, and so I'm going to continue the fight.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And again, the scene here is a lot calmer than it was about a half hour ago. As I said, many of the pro-life activists who were here with their loudspeakers, they have already left, but there are still a few pro-life activists on the other side of the street next to the parking lot going into the clinic. And we are expecting a news conference later today from the owner of the clinic to find out more about the future of this facility, which we're told undoubtedly will have to close its doors sooner or later. Live in Fondren, Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.